Yo, what's up, Bleach fans? This is Rafa from C Manga, and I'm here to give you a review of Chapter 528, Everything But the Rain. And I think there's a mistake here because this title is the exact same one as Chapter 512 that says Everything But the Rain. So, yeah, either it was meant to say Everything But the Rain 2, or he's done this deliberately, or it was a mistake, but I don't know. Check it out because it definitely is the exact same title. But anyway, onto the chapter. It was short as usual, but I flipping loved it for one reason only, because we finally getting down to Isshin's backstory and Ichiko's origin, something I was been praying for ages. I was actually paranoid that this chapter wasn't even going to start to reveal it, but no, Kubo's, he's keeping his word with in terms of consistency. So yeah, I'm enjoying this. The chapter, starts off with what happened last time. Ichiko's been sent back to Thing, but he's confused because it's like, not only is he being sent right in front of his house, he's not in his Shinigami body anymore, and he's like, how is that possible? Seeing as I left it at Urahara's when I went to Wakamundo, is like he calls out to Urahara thinking he's here, and he's like, no, of course not, because he's in Wakamundo with Orihime and Chad. So he thinks, who could have done it? And then he has a little, like, in his mind, he glimpses of Isshin, and then he runs off like he's gone. And then Isshin comes up saying, calling for Ichigo, and then he realizes he's run off. So then we see that Ichigo's at Ikumi's place, the woman he worked for in the Fullbring arc, and she's, cursing him, come here all soaked up, and I don't see you anymore, and all that. And then we have a bit of discussion that before that, sorry, he thinks maybe it's a good thing I didn't see Urahime Chad, because he said, he feels embarrassed that he went all the way to Soul Society and he couldn't even come back with his Zanpakuto fixed after speaking to them. And he's not even sure how to show himself to his dad. He feels, he obviously feels embarrassed and ashamed, like his pride's been spat on as well, because he just got turfed out like that. So Ikumi basically casts it in the same way as Fullbring Arc, like, you need to stop keeping secrets, trusting adults. I see you as, as a younger brother, and if anything, if you ever need help, you can rely on me. Children or kids should rely on adults. So it's the same thing she said in the Fullbring Arc, and he kind of smirks at that. And then the door, she hears the door open. She says, "Come in." And then after she sees no one's there, like, and Ichigo looks up now, and then he obviously can see and she can't, and it's a Shinigami, and the Shinigami's Isshin. So he's standing there with his, serious look on his face, and Ichigo then tells Mikumi, like, I'm feeling better now, I'm gonna go. And he's left now, but he left his Shinigami badge behind, substitute one, sorry. And she's saying, about to give it to him, but she'll give it to him tomorrow. And I kind of think that has some symbolism there, but I'll get to that later. So Isshin's doing his jokey thing as usual, like, I haven't seen you for 2 to 3 days, do you want to have some of my dinner? And Ichigo's like, cut the crap. If you came here, you obviously, in your Shinigami form, you obviously didn't come to talk about that, and you know what happened. And he's like, yeah, I know what happened in Soul Society, I know your blade got broken, and I know you got taken to the first division turn up as well, and I mean the Zero Division, sorry, turn up as well. So I know what happened, and obviously you got sent back here as well, didn't you? And that shocks Ichigo, and he's like, well, it's no what do you call it, brainer that he couldn't have his broken Bankai fixed now, and considering that he doesn't even know anything about himself. So Ichigo's grabbed him now and panicking, and Isshin's like, you once told me that you'll wait until I felt it was right to tell you, stuff that Ichigo wants to know, and Isshin says now's the time. So he's like, first of all, you're not a Shinigami, but you're not just a human either, so something you already know. Ichigo's not just a Shinigami, he's a hybrid. So, and he proceeds to say, Ichigo, your mother was, and we go into a flashback of Isshin on the ground, mashed up, and some girls run over, like high school girl, and she's like, are you alright? She's like, I can heal you, but how could you kill that thing all by yourself? And she reveals herself as Misaki Kurosaki, Ichigo's mum, obviously. And Isshin asks, who exactly are you? Like, and she also says, not only just her name, she says she's also a Quincy. So dum dum dum, that's been revealed. And yeah, that I mean everything that everyone was likely was thinking before. Yeah, so Ichigo is a Quincy and a Shinigami. So yeah, I don't know what to say about this chapter. Even though it was short, it revealed quite a bit, and I'm glad that the Isshin story backstory and Ichigo's origin is finally starting. So it's definitely something interesting. Even if I was a bit annoyed last week how Ichigo got turfed out, but he has to learn about himself before he can fully accept himself properly. Then you'll be able to most likely be accepted by the Usuchi and get his broken bankai fixed. But I think one thing I found interesting was he left the substitute Shinigami badge behind. Was that Kubo loves to do things like this on purpose. I'm assuming that means that he's most likely not going to be a substitute anymore, and this whole like finding himself, he's going to have to become a full Shinigami. Like he's going to have to leave his human life behind, because that seems like the obvious thing, especially how that Nimaya guy basically said you're not even a real Shinigami, you're fake, things like that. And what else was interesting was we see that Misaki was the one who had the Kurosaki name, not Isshin, so that leaves more I say theory or material to believe that Isshin was a Shiba and he comes from the Shiba clan, which will goes back to when Kakaku said uncle will be upset. So I'm definitely believe that is a possibility now that Isshin is a Shiba, not Kurosaki. And yeah, there's just so much to expand upon on this, and I just can't wait for the next few ones. I just hope Kubo sticks to this and reveals a lot more. And yeah, I want to know how much Ichigo's going to learn about himself and how this is going to help him gain his his right to have a Zanpakuto, seeing as Nimaya refuses to build one for him. So yeah, it's really interesting. The Isshin story's finally started. I can't freaking wait to see how much more is going to be revealed. And yeah, the story's moving, so well done, Kubo. Can't wait for the next one. So enough of my rambling. What do you guys think? Do you of these theories? I definitely think the Isshin one is being a Shiba is definitely down, and I do think Ichigo is going to be a full Shinigami and most likely not live in the human world later on in the story. So things like that. And if you enjoyed the video and the chapter, leave us a like, it helps us out, and subscribe for more content in the channel, and I'll speak to you guys next time.